Rich Dad Poor Dad. Introduction to Rich Dad Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a book written by Robert Kiyosaki that explores the differences between two fathers, one wealthy and the other not, and how their respective outlooks on money and life shape the author's life. The book emphasizes the importance of financial literacy and provides practical tips on how to build wealth. It also stresses the importance of taking risks and investing in yourself. Kiyosaki's teachings have been widely accepted and the book has become a bestseller. In school, we learn that mistakes are bad, and we are punished for making them. Yet, if you look at the way humans are designed to learn, we learn by making mistakes. We learn to walk by falling down. If we never fell down, we would never walk. Winners are not afraid of losing. But losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who avoid failure also avoid success. You're only poor if you give up. The most important thing is that you did something. Most people only talk and dream of getting rich. You've done something. Assets, liability, and cash flow. Rule 1. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability, and buy assets. An asset is something that puts money in my pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of my pocket. This is really all you need to know. Time is one of your greatest assets. Start minding your own business. Keep your daytime job, but start buying real assets, not liabilities. If you're the kind of person who has no guts, you just give up every time life pushes you. If you're that kind of person, you'll live all your life playing it safe, doing the right things, saving yourself for something that never happens. Then, you die a boring old man. Emotions are what make us human. Make us real. The word emotion stands for energy in motion. Be truthful about your emotions, and use your mind and emotions in your favor, not against yourself. The single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth in what seems to be an instant. Life, leadership, learning, and education. Leadership is what you need to learn next. Leaders hate rooms of people agreeing. A leader values friction. When you know you are ignorant in a subject, start educating yourself by finding an expert in the field or a book on the subject. Invest first in education. In reality, the only real asset you have is your mind. The most powerful tool we have dominion over. In today's fast-changing world, it's not so much what you know anymore that counts, because often what you know is old. It is how fast you learn. That skill is priceless. I am concerned that too many people are focused too much on money and not on their greatest wealth, which is their education. If people are prepared to be flexible, keep an open mind and learn, they will grow richer and richer through the changes. If they think money will solve the problems, I am afraid those people will have a rough ride. Intelligence solves problems and produces money. Money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. Whenever you feel short or in need of something, give what you want first and it will come back in buckets. That is true for money, a smile, love, friendship. I know it is often the last thing a person may want to do, but it has always worked for me. I just trust that the principle of reciprocity is true, and I give what I want. Mindset, money, wealth, and opportunity. Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. But have fun. Most people never win because they're more afraid of losing. Money is only an idea. If you want more money, simply change your thinking. A mistake is a signal that it is time to learn something new, something you didn't know before. Financially, with every dollar we get in our hands, we hold the power to choose our future, to be rich, poor, or middle class. Having no money should not be an excuse to not learn. Just know that it's fear that keeps most people working at a job. The fear of not paying their bills. The fear of being fired. The fear of not having enough money. The fear of starting over. That's the price of studying to learn a profession or trade, and then working for money. Most people become a slave to money, and then get angry at their boss. There is a difference between being poor and being broke. Broke is temporary. Poor is eternal. The world is filled with talented poor people. All too often, they're poor or struggle financially or earn less than they are capable of, not because of what they know, but because of what they don't know. The real skill is to manage and reward the people who are smarter than you in some technical area. That is why companies have a board of directors. Those who are humble enough to know they must learn a new skill will succeed in this new age. Taxes punish those who produce and reward those who don't produce. A corporation earns, spends everything it can, and is taxed on anything that is left. It's one of the biggest legal tax loopholes that the rich use. Excessive fear and self-doubt that were the greatest detractors of personal genius. Most people fail to realize that in life, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. In the real world outside of academics, something more than just grades is required. I have heard it called guts, chutzpah, balls, audacity, bravado, cunning, daring, tenacity, and brilliance. This factor, whatever it is labeled, ultimately decides one's future much more than school grades.